3 months ago, I couldn't get out of my chair without help. Getting dressed was a 20-minute ordeal, and bending down to pick up my grandson's toy? Forget about it. But today, I just got back from a walk with my daughter. I gardened for an hour yesterday, and last week, I played on the floor with my grandkids for the first time in 5 years. I'm 78 years old, and I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm sharing this because if you've been feeling stiff, unsteady, or like your body just isn't cooperating anymore, I need you to know something important. It's not too late, and you don't need expensive equipment, a gym membership, or even to leave your house. Stay with me for the next 30 minutes because I'm going to show you the exact 7 movements that gave me my independence back. And I promise you they're so gentle anyone can do them. Hello my friends, my name is Margaret, and welcome to my channel where we talk about living our best lives at every age. Before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and think about something. What would you do if you could move just 20% more freely? Would you visit that friend you've been putting off seeing? Would you tend to your garden again? Would you play with your grandchildren on the floor? You see, I spent 2 years watching my world get smaller. First, I stopped going to my book club because the chairs were too low. Then I stopped cooking elaborate meals because standing was exhausting. Eventually, I stopped going to my grandson's baseball games because I was afraid of falling on the bleachers. My doctor said, "Margaret, you need to move more," but every exercise video I found online was full of young people doing complicated routines. The ones labeled for seniors still seemed too intense. I felt invisible, forgotten. Then I met a physical therapist named Susan who specialized in geriatric care. She told me something that changed everything. Margaret, you don't need to do less. You need to do different. And that's what we're going to do together today. Different, gentle, but incredibly powerful. Now, before we start moving, I want to explain why these exercises work. Because when you understand the why, you'll be more motivated to do them every single day. As we age, 3 things happen to our bodies, and none of them are your fault. First, our joints produce less synovial fluid. That's the lubricant that helps our joints move smoothly. Think of it like oil in a door hinge. Less fluid means stiffer, creakier movement. Second, our muscles naturally lose mass about 3 to 5% per decade after age 30. This is called sarcopenia. Less muscle means less stability and strength. Third, our nervous system gets a bit lazy. The connection between our brain and muscles weakens, which affects our balance and coordination. But here's the beautiful truth. All of these can be improved with gentle, consistent movement. You can literally rebuild your mobility, even if you haven't exercised in years. A study from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who did just 15 minutes of mobility work daily showed a 40% improvement in balance and a 35% improvement in functional movement within 12 weeks. That means fewer falls, more independence, and the ability to do the things you love. So let's get started. But first, let me tell you what you'll need for today's session. You'll need just 3 things. 1. A sturdy chair with arms, preferably one without wheels. This is your safety anchor. There's no shame in using support. That's what it's there for. 2. A water bottle. We're going to be moving for 30 minutes, and staying hydrated is crucial. 3. Optional, a pillow or cushion if you want extra padding. Now, the most important thing, listen to your body. If something hurts, not discomfort, but actual pain, you stop. We're working on good discomfort, that gentle stretch feeling, not pain. If you've had recent surgery, a fall, or any medical concerns, please check with your doctor before starting. This is gentle, but it's always better to be safe. Also, keep your phone nearby or do these exercises when someone else is home, especially for the first few times. Ready? Let's begin with exercise number 1. Exercise 1. Seated ankle circle. Exercise number 1 is called seated ankle circles, and this is my absolute favorite because it's so simple, yet it does so much. Your ankles are the foundation of your mobility. When your ankles are stiff, everything else suffers. Your knees compensate, your hips get tight, and your balance becomes shaky. Here's how we do it. Sit comfortably in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Scoot forward slightly so you have room to move. Lift your right foot about about 2 inches off the ground. Just a little lift, nothing dramatic. Now imagine you're drawing a circle with your big toe. Move slowly and deliberately. Circle one way, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now reverse direction. 5 circles the other way. You might hear some pops and cracks. That's okay. That's your joints releasing. If it doesn't hurt, it's just your body waking up. Lower your right foot and switch to your left. 5 circles each direction. Now, here's why this matters. Your ankles control your balance more than you might think. Physical therapists call them balance actuators. When you improve ankle mobility, you improve your ability to catch yourself if you stumble. My friend Dorothy started doing ankle circles while watching her morning news. Within 3 weeks, she noticed she could walk on uneven ground without fear. That's real, functional improvement. Let's do one more set together, both ankle. 5 circles each direction. Beautiful. How do your ankles feel? A bit warmer? Maybe a little tingly? That's increased blood flow. That's healing happening. Let's move to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is seated marching, and this one is going to wake up your hip flexors, strengthen your core, and improve your walking pattern. Here's the thing about hip flexors, they're the muscles that lift your leg when you walk. When they get weak, your feet don't lift as high, which makes you shuffle. And shuffling is the #1 cause of trips and falls in seniors. So let's strengthen them. Sit up nice and tall in your chair. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed, chest open. Now, lift your right knee up as high as comfortable, maybe just a few inches, maybe higher. That's perfect wherever you are. Lower it down with control. Don't just drop it. Control going down is just as important as lifting up. Now lift your left knee. Lower it down. Right, left, right, left. Let's do 20 total. 10 on each leg. I'll count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue counting to 20. Excellent. Now, if that felt too easy, here's a progression. Hold each lift for 3 seconds. So lift and hold, 2, 3, lower. Other side, lift and hold, 2, 3, lower. This hold makes it significantly harder and builds more strength. Let's try 10 with holds. Count to 10 with pauses. Now shake out your legs. Roll your shoulders. Take a sip of water. I want to share something with you. When I first started doing these, I could barely lift my knee 3 inches. I was embarrassed. I thought, this is supposed to be easy, what's wrong with me? But nothing was wrong with me, and nothing is wrong with you. You're exactly where you need to be, because 3 weeks later, I was lifting my knees 6 inches. 6 weeks later, I was doing the held version easily. Progress isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet and gradual, but it's always worth it. Ready for exercise 3? Exercise 3, seated torso twist. Exercise number 3 is seated torso twist. And this is crucial for something you might not think about. Reaching for things. Think about your daily life. You reach across your body to grab the remote. You twist to look behind you when backing up. You turn to put away groceries. All of these require spinal rotation. But when we don't move our spine in all directions regularly, it stiffens up. And a stiff spine means compensating with other parts of your body, which can lead to strain. Let's prevent that. Sit up tall in your chair, feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Place your hands on your shoulders, right hand on right shoulder, left hand on left shoulder. Your elbows are pointing out to the side. This arm position helps you move from your torso, not just your shoulders. Now, keeping your hips facing forward, this is important. Your hips stay still, slowly rotate your upper body to the right. Go as far as comfortable. You should feel a gentle stretch along your left side. Hold for 2 seconds, feeling that stretch. Now come back to center. Rotate to the left. But when we don't move our spine in all directions regularly, it stiffens up. And a stiff spine means compensating with other parts of your body, which can lead to strain. Let's prevent that. Sit up tall in your chair, feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Place your hands on your shoulders, right hand on right shoulder, left hand on left shoulder. Your elbows are pointing out to the sides. This arm position helps you move from your torso, not just your shoulders. Now, keeping your hips facing forward, this is important. Your hips stay still, slowly rotate your upper body to the right. Go as far as comfortable. You should feel a gentle stretch along your left side. Hold for 2 seconds, feeling that stretch. Now come back to center. Rotate to the left. Hold for 2 seconds. Back to center. Let's do 10 total, 5 each side. Right, center, left, center, right, center. Continue to 10. Beautiful. Now, here's a common mistake I see. People try to go too far too fast. This isn't about how far you can twist. It's about smooth, controlled movement, quality over quantity, always. Let's do another set of 10, but this time, I want you to really feel it. As you twist, take a deep breath in. As you come back to center, breathe out. Breath helps movement. Ready? Breathe in, twist right. Breathe out, center. Breathe in, twist left. Breathe out, center. Continue through 10 with breathing cues. How does your spine feel? Maybe a little looser? Good. You know what I noticed after doing this exercise for a month? I could check my blind spot while driving without my entire body moving. It seemed small, but it made me feel safer and more confident behind the wheel. These little things add up to big changes in your quality of life. Let's move to exercise number 4. Exercise 4. Seated forward reach. Exercise number 4 is the seated forward reach, and this one works on your hamstring flexibility, hip mobility, and your ability to bend forward safely. Here's why this matters. So many daily activities require bending forward, putting on shoes, picking something up off the floor, petting your dog. When you can't bend forward safely, you either stop doing these things or you do them in ways that strain your back. We're going to change that. Sit toward the front edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place your hands on your thighs, right above your knees. Now, keeping your back straight, imagine your spine is a broomstick. We're not rounding here. Slowly hinge forward from your hips. Your hands slide down your thighs as you go. Go only as far as comfortable. Maybe your hands reach your knees, maybe mid-shin, maybe just a couple inches down. Wherever you are is perfect. The key is keeping your back straight and breathing. Don't hold your breath. Hold this position for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, use your hands to help push yourself back up to sitting tall. That's 1. Let's do 5 total. Forward hinge. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. Continue through 5 repetitions. Excellent. Now, take a moment and notice, do you feel a stretch in the back of your legs? That's your hamstrings saying hello. Here's something important. Tight hamstrings don't just affect your legs. They pull on your pelvis, which affects your lower back. When you improve hamstring flexibility, you often reduce lower back discomfort. Let's do 5 more, but this time, when you're in the forward position, I want you to very gently reach your hands down a tiny bit further, not forcing, just exploring if there's a little more available. Ready? Forward hinge. Continue through 5 more. Beautiful work. Take a moment. Roll your shoulders. Stretch your neck gently side to side. I remember when I started this exercise, I could barely bend forward at all. My physical therapist, Susan, told me, don't worry about how far you go. Worry about doing it consistently. And she was right. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Speaking of which, we're at the halfway point. You're doing amazing. Let's keep going with exercise number 5. Exercise 5. Seated shoulder rolls. Exercise number 5 is seated shoulder rolls. And if you carry tension in your shoulders or upper back, this one's going to feel wonderful. Our shoulders carry a lot, both literally and figuratively. We hold stress there. We hunch forward, especially if we read or watch TV in certain positions. Over time, this creates tightness, discomfort, and limited range of motion. But here's the good news. Shoulders respond quickly to gentle movement. Sit comfortably, feet flat on the floor, hands resting in your lap. First, let's lift both shoulders up toward your ears. Shrug them up as high as you can. Hold for 2 seconds. Now roll them back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Then let them drop down and relax. That's 1 roll. Let's do 10 rolls backward. Up, back, squeeze, drop. Continue through 10. Beautiful. Now let's reverse direction. We're going to roll forward. Lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Roll them forward, rounding your upper back slightly. Then drop them down. Let's do 10 forward rolls. Continue through 10. Excellent. Now, just let your shoulders relax completely. Let your arms hang heavy. Close your eyes for a moment if you'd like, and just notice how your shoulders feel. Warmer? Looser? Maybe a little tingly? That's blood flow. That's healing. That's your body thanking you for paying attention to it. Here's something I learned from Susan. Your shoulder mobility affects your balance. When your shoulders are tight and forward, it throws off your center of gravity. When you improve shoulder mobility, you improve your overall posture, which improves your balance. Everything is connected. Let's do one final set of 5 in each direction. Really exaggerate the movement this time. Make them big, slow, deliberate rolls. Backward first, 5 backward. Now forward, 5 forward. Perfect. Give your shoulders a little shake. Wiggle them out. Ready for exercise number 6? Exercise 6, seated cat-cow stretch. Exercise number 6 is the seated cat-cow stretch, and this is adapted from a yoga movement. It's one of the best things you can do for your spine health. Your spine has 33 vertebrae, and each one should be able to move. But when we sit a lot or don't move in varied ways, our spine gets stiff. This exercise wakes up each segment of your spine. Sit toward the front of your chair, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place your hands on your knees. First, we're going to do cow position. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, arch your back slightly. Your chest lifts, your shoulder blades squeeze together, and you look up just slightly. Imagine you're trying to make your belly stick out. Hold this for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now, breathe out and do cat position. Round your spine, tuck your chin toward your chest, and pull your belly button toward your spine. You're making a C curve with your back. Hold this for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. That's 1 cycle. Let's do 10 cycles together. Remember, inhale for cow, arch, exhale for cat, round. Inhale, cow position, 2, 3. Exhale, cat position, 2, 3. Continue through 10 cycles. Beautiful. Now sit up tall and take a moment. How does your back feel? Maybe a little looser? A little warmer? This exercise is incredible for back stiffness, but it also does something else important. It teaches your body to move your spine intentionally, which helps prevent injury. When I started doing this every morning, I noticed something unexpected. My digestion improved. Turns out, gentle spinal movement can help with gut motility. Who knew? Our bodies are amazing, interconnected systems. When we take care of one part, other parts benefit too. Let's do 5 more cycles. This time, really exaggerate the movement. Make it feel good. 5 more cycles. Perfect. We have one more exercise, and then we'll finish with a beautiful cool down. Ready for exercise 7? Our final exercise is seated knee extension, and this strengthens your quadriceps, the big muscles on the front of your thighs. These muscles are essential for standing up, climbing stairs, and walking. Long quads mean more independence. Plain and simple. Sit back in your chair so your back is supported. Feet flat on the floor. We're going to lift 1 foot at a time by straightening the knee. Start with your right leg. Slowly straighten your right knee, lifting your foot off the floor until your leg is as straight as comfortable. Your thigh stays on the chair. We're just straightening the knee. Hold at the top for 3 seconds, really squeezing that quad muscle. Then slowly lower your foot back to the floor with control. That's 1. Let's do 10 on the right leg. Lift, straighten, hold, 2, 3. Lower. Continue through 10. Excellent. Now switch to your left leg. 10 repetitions. Continue through 10. Beautiful. Now, if that felt manageable, here's a progression. Point your toe toward the ceiling when your leg is extended. This adds an extra challenge. Let's try 5 on each leg with pointed toes. Right leg first. Continue through 5 each leg. Wonderful work. Give your legs a shake. Maybe stand up and take a few steps if you feel comfortable, just to reset. You know what amazed me about this exercise? Within 2 weeks of doing it daily, I could stand up from my chair without using my arms for the first time in over a year. I actually cried the first time I did it. These aren't just exercises. They're keys to your independence. They're investments in your future. They're acts of self-love. And you just completed all 7. Give yourself a moment to feel proud of that. You showed up for yourself today. Now let's cool down properly. Cool down and gentle stretches. For our cool down, we're going to do some gentle stretches to help your muscles relax and prevent soreness. First, neck stretches. Sit tall, and gently tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. You'll feel a stretch along the left side of your neck. Hold for 10 seconds. Now tilt to the left. Hold for 10 seconds. Next, shoulder stretch. Give yourself a hug. Place your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right shoulder. Take a deep breath and feel the stretch across your upper back. Hold for 15 seconds. Finally, reach both arms up toward the ceiling only as high as comfortable. Take a deep breath in, feeling your ribcage expand. As you exhale, lower your arms slowly. One more time. Arms up, breathe in, arms down, breathe out. Perfect. Now take a moment and just sit. Close your eyes if you'd like. Notice how your body feels. Notice your breath. Notice the sense of accomplishment.